Hello, my name is Chesnut-Tangerman, and I'm running for the state legislature to represent the towns of Paulet, Wells, Middletown Springs, Rupert, and Tinmouth. I'm running for the state legislature, frankly, because I love Vermont, because I love our way of life here. I love our scale. I love our beautiful landscape. I love that anytime I leave the state, when I come back, I get that feeling of I'm home. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My early childhood was here in Vermont and in New Hampshire. I remember as a boy them putting I-91 through the back pasture, right through the best blueberry patch we had. After that, I was raised on a farm in western New York in the Finger Lakes. And my wife and I returned to Vermont in 1991 to raise a family of our own. We moved to Middletown Springs, where we've both been active and contributing members of the community. I served as a selectman for 10 years in Middletown Springs, over a decade on the fire department, numerous other boards and committees, started the town newsletter, Justice of the Peace. I believe that these qualifications, that this time legislating, building budgets, working with conflicting viewpoints and trying to find solutions that serve the town and the community are what qualify me to represent you in Montpelier. I also have two daughters of my own. They're 21, 25 years old. They're wonderful people. Neither one lives in Vermont right now. And I want to go to Montpelier to ensure that they have the opportunity to return to Vermont and build a life here if they choose, and that your children have that opportunity, that we all have the ability to stay here, to have jobs, that we can pay our bills, we can educate our children. What happens to our children, the children in Paulet and Wells, when they have college loans to pay, when they want to buy a house, a car, start a family of their own? It's difficult to find a job in Vermont that allows you to do that. My commitment is to help create an economy that will support us and our children, to help people build businesses, to harness their creativity, their passion, their innovation, to build small businesses, to start farms, to provide opportunities for themselves and others to earn livable wage here in Vermont. I believe that we can do that by working smarter. We can fine-tune Act 250. It's an important piece of Vermont history, an important element of shaping our state. But it can be revised to work for us. We don't need to throw out Act 250. We need to update it to make it work for Vermont in the 21st century, in the digital age. I believe that one of the biggest issues facing Vermont in the coming legislative session will be health care. And we have a lot of successes here. Vermont was ranked #1 in the country for children's health. #1, that's something to be very proud of. And I believe a lot of the success of that is due to Dr. Dinosaur, an innovative healthcare program that covers every child in Vermont, makes sure that every child has access to good healthcare, regardless of income, regardless of where they live, simply by virtue of being a Vermonter. Right now, the average Vermonter pays 20 cents on the dollar for healthcare. If costs continue to increase the way they have been, in a decade we will be paying 40 cents on the dollar. The question is not, why are we afraid of healthcare reform? Why are we afraid to do something different? The question should be, why aren't we afraid of the status quo? The status quo is unsustainable. And I believe Dr. Dinosaur is a model for where we should go. I believe that we can and should build a healthcare system here in Vermont that covers all Vermonters. It's that simple, regardless of where you work, how old you are, whether you have a pre-existing condition. You're covered because you're a Vermonter. It's not only the common sense thing to do, it's the right thing to do. That's one of the things that I would like to do for you in Montpelier in the coming 2 years. I believe that my experience in legislating, my experience with budgets, my experience in mediation, and my ability to recognize good ideas regardless of where they come from, whether they come from Republicans, Democrats, Independents, Progressives, to take those good ideas, to work with them, to build something new and better, something that serves us, to make our lives better and move us forward. That is my strength. I believe that I am the right person to represent you in Montpelier, and I would welcome your vote in November. Thank you very much.